Howdy y'all, got the Bulldog on the channel. It's that time of year again. Got our annual, we call it Cornfest up here. But I want to walk through and do a quick looky-loo at all the cars up here at the car show. Looks like a 72 Monte Carlo. I want to eventually get something built to be able to bring up here, but I've never had time. Okay. I don't know what it is, but I'm interested.
Definitely one of a kind.
Yeah. Oh, it's a home build, yes. I don't get to see the racing community much anymore. I go to the races on Sunday. We didn't have any mini mods around when I was going. It's been a few years. Yeah, that's what I always worry about is fender rut. You get them tires just barely fit. They don't always fit.
Hello, man. How are you? Yeah, close. How you been?
And of course, it's got a puffer on it. 48 English Ford. I just love these body styles. SS Chevelle. Nice clean engine. My neighbor's got one of these, but he hasn't got it fixed yet. This is a Victoria. DeSoto. Yeah, my poor mobile doesn't have lashes. Now, this has been repainted, but that's fine. Oh. Yeah, I think this is the first time I've ever seen one of these at a car show. It's nice and clean. At least it's not a Mitsubishi. But still, they weren't too bad, but boy. It's just comical to see one of these at a car show. to each his own. I just don't. If I had the money to put that kind of suspension, wheels and tires on my truck, I would be putting a motor in it instead. And I'll bet that thing rides rougher than a cob. Itty bitty little Band-Aid tires. We got a Harley edition F-150. Yeah, I am not a Ford fan, but these trucks, they're tough. And they're easier to keep rust-free than Chevrolet is. Now, at some point, I'd like to find one of these and fix it for my sister, because that was her first car. She had a 74 Nova. It had the little 250 in it. She loved that car. You could ditch bang in it and bounce off. Okay, headed up the other side now. Late model Mustang. I say late model. I consider that late model. Even this one is late model to me. Another SRT Challenger.
Hi there.
Howdy. I'm starting to see more of these running around. There's one of them running around the town next to me, and they drive it every day. And these old trucks. I mean, they were new when I was in school. Brand new. So I didn't see much of them. That's pretty clean. Now, one of my classmates had one of these, or something really similar. Had to keep a set of points in my glove box. Ew. Did that kink a little?
Okay, well, I'll try to catch up with y'all. I'm gonna. Me? No, not yet.
No, it just looks like that.
Dave?
These are the things that I always, wanted, but I'll probably never have one. But if I ever do get one, it'll be by the time I wouldn't be able to get into it. My neighbor had one of these. They bought it brand new. Because when I was young, they still used these farm trucks. The last year. I had an 86.
so need classic vehicles. Add the fiction.
I like that design of car. We had it for several years. We had a 78 Cutlass and an 83 Cutlass. Mercury.
Bingo, bingo, bingo. If you'd like to play bingo, the Rotary is getting started. So come on in, have a seat.
I think this was here
Bingo
last year.
cards are $1. We're starting to sell cards right now. Come on in, get your bingo
2 plus
cards
2.
for a chance to win.
Picked up your prize. She already claimed it for herself, so.
If I had anything this shiny, I'd be neurotic about it. An old square body. Now, my truck, the Bulldog, I had planned on getting a 530 Merlin to put in it, but that was before I got married. And there went all my money. It's unbelievable how much seats cost nowadays. Here. I never was really a big fan of this body style. I like the one before it and the one after it, but this one with the lights in the hood, I never was cracked on it. A lot of chrome, a lot of shiny.
That's pretty cool.
I used to like chrome more, but
Yeah, it's pretty.
well, this is one of my customers, or was when I had the home shop. I'll still do work for them if they need me. He actually won this in a raffle. Another Mustang. It's a member of my wife's family. He's always got something sporty and red, convertible. Had a couple, 3 of them over the years. Of course, this was all the rage years ago. And of course, the kind of things they used to do when I was a kid, and they first started this celebration thing. I had a guy who had one of these, and he'd be in the parade. He'd let people get way out in front of him, and then he'd stand on it, pick the front wheels up, and drop it back down. That's the kind of stuff that used to go on years ago. They don't do that anymore. Well, we had the Chrysler economy car. We got a 93 Tempo. My best friend had one of these. His was old enough to be carbureted. I don't know how many years he drove it, but he bought a 78 Cougar to replace it. It was a big upgrade. All Fairlane. You got all the new ones that come with. Good mix up here all the time. No real restrictions on what you can enter. That's why you see tempo. I've seen this one running around town, but I don't know who. I don't recognize the name. You don't see it much though. Like I said, I used to like flashy stuff, but in my old age, I've decided, yeah, subtle is better. Those wheels pretty good. Nice combination of dark and shiny accents.
Yeah. Yeah. But it
I like the color.
Hey, Baker, I'm over here. Right here. Yeah, you bet. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm over here. The motor ain't as pretty as yours, but it does have a little.
They're still bringing them in, moving around.
Sold that Jeep. Got rid of it. Yeah, and he drove it all the way. Yeah, I didn't even know one time.
Last night when I was headed out of town, they were driving this thing down the highway towards the deal. I don't know what it is. My daughter called it it's the trolley. Some kind of a transport. They built it, I think, up here at the shop class. They had a little parade last night, this thing coming up the highway.
Oh, really?
They run it from the school.
This is the coolest one we've seen, isn't it? Don't touch it though.
Now, I've seen these ones running around quite a bit, but I don't see them very much. Not as often as I used to, thankfully. Hello, Keith.
72 Dart didn't look like that one, huh?
The car's nice and straight. That's the issue when you get something Pro Street. They twist enough to bend the body. So it's nice and straight. Nice clean old Mustang. That's okay. I'm fine. What year is this one? Dad had one of these. It's a 68. It's a 68 Torino GT Fastback. And he had a little bit of an adventure. Well, he had lots of adventures, but his had a lot bigger engine in it. He was in the car with his first wife, and they headed back to the city. And he pulled out on the highway and kind of putted up the gear and threw it in high gear. And she said something. She was aggravated. She said something about, at this rate, we'll never get back to the city. And so he just took it out of high gear and slammed it into third, wound it up to a little bit over 120, and took the first corner. And then he slowed back down to 55 mile an hour. And he says, she didn't say another word until he made the 4-hour trip. That was Dad. Saw this one headed up here last night. Now hopefully you can look on Hollow's Garage and see progress on my mom's old car, 63 Impala. It'll never look like that, I don't think, but hopefully we make some progress on it one of these days. This style of car, I don't know, it seems odd in the scheme of these sports cars, especially when they put the gigantic engine in it. It's just, you know, like a small block on a go-kart, big block in one of these. Square body 1500. I think they only made these 1 year. Everything else was K5, K10. Was 87. $90. Made them a lot longer than I thought. In the pickups, they stopped the square body in 87. So now, I don't know. I think you wouldn't get me caught dead in one of these rides, but it's whichever. And this is something people do for fun. You put something together because you like it. If somebody else doesn't like it, screw them. You know, you're the one that's building it. Build it to suit you. Unless you're putting a 3-valve Triton Ford into a square body Chevy. Then, no. Okay, well, at least you don't have to worry about backseat driving. And if you do, call a couple of guys in a 67 Impala. They'll help you ride out. Now, got one over here. This one's been featured in magazines. I know the guy that named it too, Radillac. Or Cadzilla or something like that. I think it was Cadzilla. One of the two names. All custom built. had a 70 Cadillac that we traded to him. I don't know if he ever did anything with it. It might still be out there. He's built several cars like this. Shaved handles and everything. It was featured, I think, in Hot Rod magazine. Not 100% sure. But that's been 25 years ago, I think. Well, that's all of them this year. About the same amount as there was last year, which is, you know, a huge amount more than they used to have. They used to have like 8 or 10 cars. So I got my fingers crossed. With me closing the home shop, I hope to have more time maybe next year to do some stuff, but I've got to get some things at home in order first. But that's what we got. Like, comment, subscribe, hit your little bell notification, share it all around. I'll talk to you later.